Very tough, very tough, very tough, very tough. Good team.
Beşiktaş maçının zor olup olmayacağı hakkındaki soruna çok zor bir maç olacağını, zor ve çok zor, ısrarla zor olacağını söylüyor.
Yeah, we expect a very tough match. Besiktas is a very good team, full of international players that play for national teams, and we expect, like always, a very difficult match in a tough competition. Europa League group stage is a very tough competition, so we have to be ready.
Hi Nuno. Why did you decide to train at Wolverhampton this morning rather than in the stadium this evening? And do you regret that decision, bearing in mind the time you've arrived today?
Sorry, what?
Why did you decide to train in Wolverhampton and not in the stadium here in Istanbul today, as is custom on a European occasion?
Basically because of the jet lag that we have, the difference hour that we had. If we have to train here, we have to go 6 o'clock in the morning, so that will cause a perturbation in the rest of the players. So we consider it's the best option. We did it before in Punic. That's why.
Still happy with that decision then, despite the delays?
Sorry?
Are you still happy with that decision, despite the delays and the
There
late
are things
arrival?
that you cannot control. If you base your decisions on expecting things that you cannot control, you don't take decisions. We take the decision based on what I mentioned to you before. If we had to go and train here, that is normal. But if there's a jet lag, you have to go out at 6 o'clock in the morning. So everything in your days is different. So now we go by our hour. So we have the players are having dinner now at 8 o'clock is not out of normal. So we are okay.
And Nuno, 2 questions. One, you say Besiktas are a tough team. Are you surprised how they've struggled in the Super League this season?
Football has good and bad moments. Every team has it.
But is there any aspects of their play, because they've conceded lots of goals, you know, they've conceded 4 goals to Bratislava, were you surprised when you saw that result?
No, it's not. What we have to look, we analyze, we see all the things that we consider that Besiktas is strong and not so strong, and the approach is the same, trying to take advantage of the things that we can do well, take advantage of their weaknesses, but always in a very respectful way, knowing that Besiktas is full of good players. The squad has a lot of good players.
Do you think since this group have been together, this will be the hardest atmosphere they have had to cope with? And how, as a player, do you cope with that in the game when you're getting booed and whistled all the time?
You have to focus on the pitch. It's good to play in a loud, crowdy atmosphere. The players are ready.
How's the mood of the players been this week as the win at the weekend? Have you noticed an uplift in their confidence or training?
Everything normal. It's not based on the momentum. It's based on the ability to compete. No matter what result you have, just go and compete. Be ready to compete. Prepare yourself to compete. If you're waiting for a good momentum to do things, no, it's not that. Football, in my view and in our philosophy, is not like that. Just be ready to compete.
Nuno, we know how hard the players have had to work with this different schedule, more European games. What about your backroom team and your medical team? How important have they been in preparing the players for these extra games?
A lot since the beginning of the season, you know. All the traveling that we had, all the tight schedule that we had requires a lot of effort from all of us, from the players, from the medical, from the backroom staff. Everybody has to be ready to work and to help, doing things that normally they don't do, recovering travel times, taking care of meals, spend more time with the players. All these things are important. And the club has been trying to adapt it, and the staff has been fantastic in their effort.